Yo, it's your boy P Camp, man. Having a long week, so bear with your boy, man. But Ice T has some words for PNB Rock situation where he said, "I'm done explaining LA gang culture to MFs that won't listen. It's not a game at all." And some people got upset with this. And shout out to PNB Rock. I'm not familiar with his music like that, but I wish the brother well. I hope he rests in peace. I hope his soul is good with God. You know what I'm saying? But he got caught slipping. They say he was wearing $500,000 worth of jewelry or something like that. I don't know if that's correct but he was seen to have this during the weekend, and then boom, you say I'm at the Waffle House. This girl posted location. Somebody came to see him. I mean, Ice Cube went on to say, Ice T went on to say, people are still hitting me up about my comments about LA gang culture. If you notice, LA rappers don't wear a lot of jewelry. Me, Snoop, Cube, Dre, Game, Kendrick, the list goes on. It's not because we're broke. LA is just a dangerous place, rapper or not. Why test the streets? And all I'm saying is what's understood don't need to be explained. It's 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 not rocket science to know that it's a bad idea to jump into shark-infested waters with an open wound that's bleeding badly. It's not going to go well for you. And this is what I mean about stuff like this. You know you're around gang culture. You know you're around people that got less than you and the thugs and the hoods that's like, you'll come up if they can catch you slipping. Then it may not be that great of an idea to be flashing all this stuff around them. Now, I ain't saying you can't do what you want to do and wear what you want to wear, but you got to know what's going to come with that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I ain't never been to LA, but I understand Detroit, though. I understand it for what it is. And we not heavily on some gang stuff in Detroit, but we be on hood stuff, though. You know, dudes from this hood might be beefing with dudes from that hood. It's that another similar type of deal, but you know, it's a little different when you get on the gang tip. But we understand all too well of being in the wrong hood, and they know you from that hood, and you get caught in the wrong place without your folks, and yeah, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that when you go out to LA or places that have a gang culture or a hood culture, this, that, and other, you know, you got to be wise to what you doing out in their city, how you wearing your hat, what colors you wearing, and all of that. Is that going to attract attention to you? Is that going to make you get pressed? My man Xavier TV be doing series on times he got pressed, or just looking at pictures of people on the internet and saying if they'll get pressed out in LA or not. And you from another city, you might not know. It's just how you wear your clothes or just what you like to wear. But you get out there and stuff could get real different. You either gonna take that hat off or you gonna get folded up. You know what I'm saying? So they say the brother had on a lot of jewelry. I know some people might have took it as disrespect. And like I say, I hope the brother is well with God. I hope his family is okay. I pray for his soul. You know, I really wish him to be able to rest in peace. I hope he had a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be mindful, whoever you are, whoever we are, when we out and about like this. This is why I don't like social media like that. I love social media for what it can do and how it can connect you. But to be on the tip of knowing where I'm at all the time and posting my location, and I'm over here flexing and I'm over there flexing. First of all, I'm broke, so I ain't flexing no way. But I'm just saying, I've never been that type. You know what I'm saying? But we know the type. Come on, we see it all the time. You a dude be in the gas station with, you know what I'm saying, go to buy a pack of gum and pull out $10,000 just to count it in front of this big booty chick so he can smash later on. You know what I'm saying? But see, when you keep doing that, it's always somebody watching. You know what I'm saying? And you might be a wolf yourself. I ain't saying you know sheep just because you flashing money. You might be a wolf yourself, but I mean, what's one wolf versus 10? If you get surrounded by another pack of wolves and you the only wolf, you're going to get your pockets ran or you're going to get killed, or, you know what I'm saying? And we don't wish that for you, man. But, you know, I hate to see this happen like this. I don't think his girl, I don't know. I don't know their relationship or how long they've been together, nothing like that. But I don't think she did it maliciously. But, it's just social media. You get caught up. You get a nice, the food good. You want to get them a shout out. Hey, we're going to post y'all. We know we're going to blow y'all. That type of stuff. You know how we do. We ridiculous with it. Like, we feel like we can't even eat a meal without posting it on Facebook and Instagram. And I do this for stuff I like to create at the crib. So that's not unusual for me to create something, plate it up, and then want to show it off or whatever. But we often, as a people on social media, do this out at restaurants. Or we here, we got to show our plate, what we getting, what we eating, where we at, what we eating, what we drinking in this, Sometimes it's just to share with the world. Sometimes it's stun on people. Sometimes it's, how we do. You get at the vacation spot in Jamaica, you got to show out and post all the Instagram pics of how fabulous your life is. We get it. But these are some of the pitfalls to that, especially if you out here getting money and the world is watching. You would be best served to post after you left the place. Post next week or something, whenever. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you want to post to get that shout out or whatever. But then, if you frequent that place a lot, it may not be the safest thing to constantly post about it, because then they don't know your patterns. You know what I'm saying? If you living like that, and you ain't even got to be, like I'm saying, you ain't got to be living like that to attract that. I pray that we all can just live our life without, the violence aspect of being robbed or something like that. I pray that we start, as black folk, start treating our brothers and sisters better. You know what I'm saying? It's too much like right, though. But it's obvious. I pray that we would start doing each other better and not laying each other down for no bull. Like, I've seen a story. Somebody told me a story, man. A neighbor went to jail over a piece of chicken. He asked God for a piece of chicken. The neighbor said no. He came back and shot my man. We be going to jail for really, minuscule things. And even though that may have been, I don't know if he got him for the $500,000 chain or $300,000, whatever it was, whatever he got off him at that Waffle House, I just don't believe to be worth that, man. Worth your life, throwing your life in the trash to try to get a couple dollars. Because, you might get a couple dollars, but how long you gonna have it before you got to deal with the consequences of that, of somebody retaliating or you going to jail for it? Now you got a family that got to go without you for all this time. So, I'm just saying, I wish we would do each other better, but I do live in reality. I do know that, hey, as much as they try to paint it like black on black crime, it's just crime happens in your vicinity. And white on white crime is no different. When people are underserved and overstarved, this is what happens. This is what happens. It's people gonna be after each other when they can't get the resources that they should be able to get, when we can't get the help that we should be able to get, that we are owed. Things like this happen. And I hate that, but I just think Ice-T was right in what he was saying. I don't know why anybody was refuting it. It's not like he throwing dirt on the brother's name, but we got to move smarter out in these streets. Like, do you have to pull out your knot every time you buy something at the gas station? I wouldn't recommend it. Should you hide your chain and your watches and all that? I don't think you should have to, but I think you should be very cognizant of when it's time to put it up and when it's time to take it out. But, some places, it ain't the time to show that. And you could tell by the energy in the room when you walk in and you like, I don't know why I put this on in here, boy. Jesus, you know what I'm saying? It's about to get wild. But I think Ice-T was right in everything he said. Them cats got money, had money a long time, but they may not wear $500, $1 million worth of jewelry at a time just to be out doing it because they understand. They were in that culture. They understand that somebody can take that off your neck real quick, you know. And they can rob you for your money either way, rob you for your car. But just saying, you don't want to entice people to do what they might have to do to get out of a bad situation. But I wish the brother well. Rest in peace. I wish his family well. I'm praying for y'all. It's your boy P. Camp. Let me know what you think, what you don't think.